Hello, everyone. This is Wrestling Fan Talk here. So, the big news coming out of Money in the Bank, the biggest piece of news is that John Cena has announced his retirement. He has said that he wants to be there when Raw starts on Netflix. I believe he mentioned that he wants to come back this December, early January, sometime around that date. He says that the next Royal Rumble of 2025, the Elimination Chamber 2025, and WrestleMania will all be his last. He says that he wants to be an in-ring competitor throughout 2025, and he says he plans on having between 30 to 40 dates. Now, the John Cena retirement rumors have been speculating for years now, since he's gone more Hollywood and far more part-time in ring. And it's been speculated by many content creators and just fans in general how that retirement would be. The magical number of 17 has been thrown around. Perhaps the Intercontinental title has been thrown around. I've suggested both of them in a previous video myself. And it's going to be really fascinating to see what happens. There's a lot of talent that he could work with in 2025. I'd like to see him and CM Punk get in there one more time. I'd love to see him and Randy Orton one more time. I'd love to see him and Cody Rhodes one more time. Not to mention him versus Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, even Gunther. There's a lot of talent there for him to work with. And however him and Triple H, Paul Levesque book it, I'm sure will be fantastic. Look, it's John Cena, so out of all the talent on that roster, if anyone's going to have creative control, the most creative control, it would be him at this point. I think that's a safe assumption. So I would guess he's going to be calling the shots on who he faces and what programs that he has. WrestleMania 41 is going to be in Las Vegas this year. And that's going to be a big stadium feel. A big feel, as it always is with WrestleMania. But John Cena's last WrestleMania, that's got to be part and parcel of what's going to be promoted. I hope he gets one more WrestleMania main event. I feel like he deserves it. I feel like if he's working on a weekly basis, we're going to get one last great WrestleMania John Cena match. I always thought John Cena was underrated in ring. I know a lot of people sort of don't rate him highly, but I've always thought his in-ring psychology was top-notch, sharp as a knife. I've always enjoyed John Cena matches. He's never worked like Eddie Guerrero or Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart, but I feel like when you watch John Cena matches, it's almost like watching an anime, like a Goku versus Frieza, or like a big-time superhero fight, like a Superman versus Doomsday. I feel like John Cena really brings that level of psychology to his matches. I always enjoyed them. Now, if we move up throughout 2025, when that last match is going to be sometime in December of next year, who that last opponent is, what's it for? These are all going to be questions that are asked and answered as time goes on. But I say just enjoy it. Just enjoy seeing John Cena one last time. Because it really is, you don't know what you had until it's gone sort of situation. Or you don't know what you have until you lose it. It's definitely that kind of situation with John Cena. And a lot of people are going to say he wasn't Austin or Rock or any things like that. And I would say different eras. I would argue he's better in a lot of ways. But it's going to be a fascinating time to watch. I would suspect that you're going to see a bigger farewell for John Cena than even what you had for Ric Flair. Sadly, even more than what we had for The Undertaker. That happened during the pandemic era, which really ruined that. I wish he would have had a bigger farewell myself. But that's all for this one, guys. Wrestling Fan Talk out.